Long before a star shines, it lives in darkness, in deep space, far away from Earth. There is a cold, silent cloud called a nebula, made of gas and dust, floating alone in the universe. Inside this cloud, nothing looks special, no light, no fire, no beauty, just silence. But inside this silence, a miracle is waiting. One day, something disturbs the nebula. Maybe a nearby star explodes. Maybe gravity pulls softly. Maybe time itself pushes it. Slowly, the gas starts moving. Tiny particles come closer, dust begins to stick, and deep inside the cloud, a small dense point forms. This is called a protostar. Still not a star, still dark, still cold. Just a baby not born yet. Gravity keeps pulling everything inwards. More mass, more pressure, more heat. Inside the protostar, temperature rises to millions of degrees. It feels like the universe is squeezing it, crushing it, testing it. If it cannot handle this pressure, it will fail and become nothing. But if it survives, something magical happens. Suddenly, hydrogen atoms start crashing into each other so violently that they fuse, they create helium and releases massive energy. Light is born, heat is born, power is born. At that exact moment, a star is born, not from comfort, not from peace, but from pressure, collapse, and fire. Now the star balances two forces, gravity pulling inwards, nuclear energy pushing outwards. This balance keeps the stars alive for millions to billions of years. Far from far away, people see beauty, but they don't see the struggle that created that light. But the story of the star does not end at birth. In fact, its real journey starts after it begins to shine. For millions, sometimes billions of years, the star stays stable. Inside its core, hydrogen keeps turning in energy flow outwards, gravity pulls inwards, perfect balance. This phase is called the main sequence, the longest chapter of a star life. Our sun is in the stage right now. It looks calm, but deep inside, fire is working non-stop. One day hydrogen starts running out, fusion slows down, gravity begins to win. The core contracts, temperature rises again. Outer layer expands, the star becomes huge, red and bright. This is called a red giant. A star near the end of its youth but not the end of this story. Now the future of the star depends on its mass. The star gently releases its outer layers into space, forming a glowing cloudy called a planetary nebula. At the center, only the hot core remains, a white dwarf. No fusion, no fire, just silent heat. Slowly cooling off billions of years, not a violent death but a peaceful fade. But if the star is very massive, its core becomes heavy, too heavy. Gravity crushes it in a second, then suddenly supernova, an explosion brighter than the entire galaxy. In one moment, the star destroyed itself. But in the destruction, it creates something greater. Inside a supernova, elements like gold, iron, oxygen, and carbon are formed. These elements spread into space. They become plants, life, humans, even your body. Yes, you are the made of exploded stars. After the explosion, if the core is heavy, neutron stars. If extremely heavy, black hole, the place where gravity is so strong that not even the light can escape from star to darkness again, but not the end. But the universe was not finished with the star, not yet, because when a star dies, it does not disappear, it returns. After a supernova, the space around fills with dust and gas. Not ordinary dust, but dust rich with carbon, oxygen, iron, gold. The building blocks of the world, these clouds drift silently for millions of years, cold, dark, quiet, just like the nebula where the first star was born. The cycle begins again. Inside these clouds, gravity slowly pulls matter together, disks form. At the center, a new baby star around is spinning rings of dust and rock. Over time, these rings become planets, moons, asteroids, ocean, and life. Yes, somewhere in the universe right now, a star is dying so that another world can be born. Around 4.5 billion years ago, one such cloud collapsed. At its center, our sun was born. Around it, earth formed from stardust. Came oceans, came trees, came animals, came humans. Every breath you take, every bone in your body, every drop of blood was once inside a star. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen you breathe, all of it was forged in dying star. You are not just on the universe, you are a form of the universe. The universe tells the same story again and again. Nothing truly ends. It's only change forms. A star dies to make life, darkness comes it's to give birth to light. Destruction happens to create beauty, and maybe just like stars, your hardest moments are not your end, but your beginning. But even this is not the end of the story because the universe is not a straight line, it's a circle. In space, stars are not alone, they live in families called galaxies. Billions of stars moving together, bound by gravity. Some stars are born near others. Some die near others. When one star explodes, its shockwave travel across space, pushing nearby clouds to collapse, triggering the birth of new stars. One death creates many lives. The universe recycles everything, nothing is wasted. After trillions of years, many stars will burn out, galaxies will glow quit, space will become dark again, but even then, matter will remain, energy will remain, and gravity will still whisper, waiting. Some stars become black holes, not monsters but cosmic walls. They store matter, they bend space, they slow time. They hide secrets and how the universe truly works. And even they may one day fade, nothing is forever, expect change. Scientists believe the universe itself is expanding, space is stretching, galaxies moving apart, like a breath in, and maybe someday out. Some theory says another universe could be born from the death of this one, just like stars are born from other stars. The universe is not cold, it is patient. It takes billions of years, it turns darkness into light, billions of years to turn death into life, and billions of years to turn chaos into beauty. Stars are not just objects in the sky, they are proof that even collapse can become a creation. But every story has a beginning, even stars. Before the first star, the universe was dark. No sun, no galaxies, no planet, just expanding space, filled with hydrogen and helium, cooling slowly after the Big Bang. For millions of years, nothing shone. This time is called the cosmic dark ages. No lights, no fire, only waiting. Then gravity began its work. Tiny clumps of gas grew denser, clouds collapsed. Inside them, pressure and heat rose. Until the first star ignited, they worked not like today's stars. They were giants, hundreds of times heavier than our sun. Short lived, violent, powerful, they burned fast and died young. But in their death, they changed everything. The first star created the first heavy metals elements carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, iron. Before them, the universe had almost nothing but hydrogen and helium. After then, it had the ingredients for planet's ocean life. Every complex thing in the universe began with those first dying stars. From star explosions, cloud forms. From clouds, new star forms. Stars grouped into galaxies. Galaxies formed clusters. And slowly the cosmic web of the universe appeared. A giant structure of light and darkness stretching across space. If those first stars had not burned and died, there would be no earth, no oxygen, no water, no humans. Life exists because star died. Death created life. Before the first star, there was darkness. Before life, there was explosion. Before beauty, there was destruction. The universe does not create by comfort, it created by courage, by collapse, by fire. And that is how every truly star is born. So, the next time you look up the night sky and see a shining star,